I believe most of you guys have probably seen the MIDIFORST machine at a couple of pineapple days in the last couple of years. This is the machine that not only SEPPI but International Mowers here in Australia believe is the right one for the pineapple industry. So the little bit that we've done with Kepler, it looks like a bit of setup, bit of arrangement. It's actually pulling the whole plant still and everything, so stumping everything down the ground and processing and chopping it up. So that spongy stool that you're getting left in your beds is processed by the mulcher. Obviously our stalk being fibrous is still a bit of an issue. But so brief overview of the machine. So Kona gearboxes on all SEPPI machines, they don't use anything else. So Kona gearboxes, excuse the Bearco shaft, that's all we had lying around because they didn't use any shaft with it. So this machine is the 2 metre MIDIFORST, so it is a soil cultivation machine. So this is designed to go into forestry arrangement, put on the dirt and chewing up stumps and shit under the ground to try and shatter them to stop them from growing yourself lantana or your undergrowth and all that sort of stuff. The teeth, so on this machine there's 44 teeth, so there's 42 what they call mini jaws, so they're a twin tooth on there. And then there's 2 outer teeth which are designed for a forestry arrangement, so they're a big single pointed tooth. So their function is if a branch in a forestry arrangement comes in from the side and hits into the side here, that tooth actually shatters it and shoves it back over into the mini jaw to do their job and chew it up a bit finer. So 44 teeth in total. On the outside edge there's 2 scrapers on each end of the rotor to scrape product off. Obviously with pineapple it's a lot more fibrous, a lot more moisture, so it does stick to the side, but those scrapers are there in an ordinary world for timber and stuff. If there's a bit of a bind up or a chunk of timber goes in, that scraper scrapes it off and drops it on the ground. Hydraulic door, obviously to open and close, but in our arrangement we want to try and chop it up as fine as we can so we keep the door down to stop anything from getting thrown out the back. We can keep it in there and chop it up to the finer so that when we go back through the rotary hoe we've got less product to try and tangle up the rotary hoe, so on and so forth. 5 SB VPX belts to drive it on the outside there. There is a double drive transmission version of the MIDIFORST, so you get your dual drive, so driving evenly from both sides, so you're not losing any power transfer from one side through the other. That makes it frightfully more expensive. That's about 30 odd grand a machine depending on the size, but it does go right up to 2.5 litre. It does add a bit coal, but it just depends on the range. So that's
quadruple the price of that.
It is targeting more at that forestry stuff, not what we're trying to do here. So this machine's handled up. Kepler could probably attest it's handled it, no dramas at all. And it seems to have done a really, really good job. Yeah, maintenance really is greasing daily, so the only real greasing you've got is on your door hinges if you're using it, but I'll just grease it anyway because you've got the grease going through. And you'd be putting 8 to 10 pumps of grease in your rotor bearings each year. And then probably once a week just checking bolt tension, essentially. So really low maintenance machines, but obviously visual inspection inside the machine regularly just to make sure nothing's lost a tooth or anything like that. So SEPPI from factory, they balance all of their machines, so they run them all at factory. They're pre-tested and done before they even leave Italy. And then International Mowers, who's the importer, they also pre-deliver them before they send them out to the dealership. And then obviously we grease them and run them and check them before they come to the end user. But I don't think you'll find another mulcher on the market that's as smooth as what a SEPPI is in terms of how smooth they run. So you can literally set a glass of water on top and they probably run smooth. Just sitting there running, they're so smooth. Point. You're probably all familiar with hard facing stuff, so we've noticed just the bit of wear that we've got here on the underside of the tooth. There doesn't seem to be any significant wear on any other part of the rotor except for the underside of the tooth. So hard facing there is obviously going to increase the longevity of the tooth down. Once that's hard faced, it's probably never going to be an issue again. Everywhere else seems to be fine. The rest of it's on the tooth anyway, so that's a replaceable part. That seems to be the only spot in here that is actually going to potentially have added wear on the machine.
And what's the tooth worth?
About $178 a tooth.